The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Chicago, Hidden City. I'm Judy Bonash, the storyteller, and I'm going to let Spotter take it off that way.
Hey, everybody. I'm Antero, and tonight I'll be playing Spotter the Nosferatu.
Hey, everybody. I'm Mom McStabber, and tonight I'll be playing Dr. Taylor Hammond of Clan Bruja.
Hello, everyone. I am Kai or Glaciate, and tonight I'll be playing Bastion of the Clan Toreador.
And hi, I'm Maddox, and I'll be playing Dr. Theodore Smith, Clan Tremere.
And we're going to take it off with them all meeting down at the Sun Block, having a bit of a chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think Bastion's the first one there, just as a way of de-stress. And it has been a week, and so he is drinking at the bar.
Spotter's going to arrive second. He's looks like you see now, has cap on, green army coat. If you notice him come in, he has his head buried in a notepad, and he just walks straight past you to the secret. The clubhouse in the back. He wasn't ignoring you. He just was focused.
Bastion doesn't interrupt. He's looking with somewhat of a curious expression.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to finish his drink before going down. And as he finishes, he goes down as well.
Taylor will arrive next.
You'll see.
She's got a note in her hand, and she's kind of looking a little bit concerned.
You'll see Spotter down there. He's got sitting in the chair. He's got his caps up. He's tilted back in the chair, and he's just scribbling, sneering, crumpling it up, throwing, and scribbling again. And he's just focused. He doesn't even notice people have entered the room.
And then Theo, not quite on Taylor's heels, will also come in. Still has his doctor's bag, his same shoes, same jeans. Although he's not wearing his pink shirt. He's wearing something that is orange and black plaid and a button-up shirt with what looks like a black t-shirt underneath. And he just sits in his usual spot, sets the doctor's bag down, and seems neutral. And he does have a bit of a smirk on his face, but it's not like, I know something no one else knows. It's more just, I'm in a good mood sort of smirk.
This is the coterie from the Darkest Timeline, by the way. No.
Absolutely, it is. Taylor, literally, the orange catches her eye, and she's like, what? I mean, literally, the expression on her face is, what the fuck?
Does he have a goatee?
He does not. He is still clean shaven, as he always is.
Yeah. Bastion kind of swaps his gaze from Spotter to Theo, and then he kind of slowly looks at Taylor with,
And she's also got one eyebrow cocked and is like, what the fuck?
Liking Halloween early, Dr. Smith.
Oh, no, this was, and I quote from Bells, "For the love of God, please do something different, I beg you." She helped me pick this out, so something different, she begged me.
Ah, I see. Well,
Okay. It looks
It's
very
re-
nice.
It's
Yeah.
no brighter than my last shirt.
yeah, it's different. that much is for certain. It's very different.
She said the traditional red plaid didn't look good with my build or some such.
Yeah, I'm kind of overdone. I mean, how many Tremere wearing red have you ever seen? All of them? So,
One that's of note,
of
But
course, you
not
would
one
answer
I'd-
seriously.
but not one I'd want to meet now. Not because I disliked him. He was just wordy.
No, I see. I see. Okay.
Spotter, what you got going on?
Yeah, he's being focused like that for a couple of minutes now.
He makes no notice that you guys called out. He's
Okay,
just
I think we need somewhat of a different approach. Bastian takes one of the paper balls that he got on the floor and kind of in Spotter's face.
he looks at it. He picks
Hey,
it
what
up.
you got going on?
Oh. When did you guys get
Hello.
here?
A few minutes ago.
Oh. Nice shirt, Theo. And he looks at the picture and crumbles it back up and throws it and goes back to his drawing.
Okay.
Nice hat.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Trying it out. Gotta support my team.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody's a little weird. Okay.
What did I do?
What did
Okay.
the two of you do?
What do you mean?
You're both acting weird.
Oh, just had this idea in my head lately and I'm trying to get it out.
What idea?
I don't know. I'll actually show you the book. It's just as if there were like several MC Escher pictures all at once on the same page. There's stairs going places. There's doors where there shouldn't be. He's like, I don't know.
That is really weird.
Yeah.
I'll admit you've lost me. I'm no architect.
Yep.
I'm not one of the clan that likes art and things like that. It looks not practical.
Oh.
Storyteller, have I ever seen anything that resembles this at all? In all of
yeah.
her archaeological expeditions.
You know I'm going to tell you to roll.
Okay, what am I rolling?
You're rolling intelligence and academics. If you have any architectural specifications or archaeology, you may roll it.
I have
Wow.
science archaeology because archaeology is actually a science. So I will roll
for it.
that.
Whatever makes you know me.
Scientifically, I don't know if that's true.
You know, listen here. I'm not gonna. I'm not
I
gonna
have
go against.
anthropology as academics.
You know, I'm just gonna sit here. Wait for results.
Some people are experts in ruins and people, and some are experts in both.
I'm just a happy storyteller. That's all I am.
That's 5 successes.
I would say within your expertise and in your expeditions, you may or may not have come across the master in some of his dealings. And the master of is in the bloodline in which Spotter is from.
So she's probably come across a few fortresses or possibly even old labyrinths, that kind of thing.
And
Okay.
you can see that there is I'm not going to speak for Spotter, but I'm going to say you could see there may or may not be this inspiration, but it's kind of stuck in and compiled, and there needs to be something that unplugs him so the thoughts can flow out, if you know what I mean.
You're
Writer's
not wrong.
block.
Okay.
Spotter's in a weird spot.
So she literally is looking at this and she's like, I have seen things like, she looks at Spotter. You're too much in your head, man.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
that comes out, that starts coming out.
Yeah, you're too much. You're thinking about it too much and you're not doing it enough.
doing it. Huh. Okay.
Who are you descended from?
Oh, what are the architect? Zellius.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You're focusing on a labyrinth,
Oh,
buddy.
fuck. Oh, man.
Luckily, you already have a foundation and template from the Undercity.
Hmm.
So who knows? Maybe this will only take you 6 months instead of a year.
Are you looking into getting into construction now, Spotter?
Okay, so now that this is making a little more sense, I've already been working on it.
Well, obviously you have the bloodline's blessing.
Yeah. Oh, man. I need a vacation. This is, yeah. It may or may not be under the wreck. Just saying.
Okay.
Oh, you're buying below here? Like you're building this whole thing here?
Or it was already there and just needs rehab.
I'm just working with what's already there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
Because
think
he's been here before.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Oh, well,
Silly,
that
just
one
been
gets
there.
around.
yep.
I've run into things that look like his work all over the place.
Oh man.
The concerns I had about the defenses of this place are just like tenfold now, I think.
No, trust. If there's a labyrinth here, only those that can will ever get out of it.
Might be
Yeah.
good if we ever need to get rid of someone, we can just leave them there.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
funny prospect. And
Well,
so
thank you, Spotter. It sounds like you're going to be providing an excellent addition to the domain.
Maybe inadvertently.
And Theo here is like actually, doing kindness for Bells. That's kind of nuts.
Oh, she picked that
Yeah.
up for you?
Yes, she was the one that decided on everything that I was wearing. She said my shoes were fine, my jeans were fine, but she wanted the upper half to change. She was very desperate for it to change.
Was that off the rack?
No, this was in I don't know if you'd call it a studio, but there was a large collection of clothes. She knew her way around, so I assumed it was her space.
I tend to assume wherever she is her space.
Well,
Okay.
Magnus has spent some time studying up some things, and he's also taking a much needed reprieve with Evie at her ranch.
no. Actually, someone having a responsible time away, yeah, that would be Magnus to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been looking into some things. I know Bastion's got a lot that's going on for him too.
Yes.
You want to go first or you want me to?
Okay, let me go first because I'm curious. And so let me feed on that first. So Theo.
Oh, why did you address me directly?
Oh, because Taylor already knows and Spotted already knows. So it only leaves you. Yeah. Do you want me to be blunt about it, or do you want me to portray it in a way that will be less stressful for you?
I'd say just say it and then try to soften the blow afterwards if absolutely necessary.
Okay, so I have a second Inquisition agent that's stalking me. She already knows about information in regards to me, people around me, of course, you as well included. People on the rack, probably. And yeah, she could possibly have had me staked and placed in her whatever hunter's cell or things like that, but she didn't. She just wanted to have a chat with me, and she's also fed.
Huh.
Yeah, so congratulations. We all have a stalker now.
Yay.
So you
Okay.
said
I mean, I have a place we
federal.
can put her.
Ah,
Yes, federal, as in getting information and documents.
She wants
100 plus
information
year
on
olds.
activities amongst Sabat.
Historically, that went so well for the vampires who turned them into the first Inquisition.
Mhm.
Oh yes, and that certainly is her only request, and
I'm
nothing
sure.
different will show up as soon as I deliver that. So I've been trying to do some work on that regard.
The woman's cunning,
Absolutely.
very cunning. Knew how to basically incapacitate Bastion without even laying a hand or weapon on him.
It's not as if that's difficult to do to a Toreador. No offense.
No, that's true. The problem is a hunter knowing that.
Yeah,
She knew it.
that she knew it.
Yes.
And if she knew it to the degree it seems like you're saying she does. But how much of her
Yes.
research was mainly focused on you, and how much of what we can do does she even have an awareness of?
We don't know.
Okay. Per the documents that she lended to me, nothing much. Of course, won't ever be the fool to assume that's all that she had. Of course, she might have something else, some trump cards in her pockets and things like that. But she appears to be only focused on me. All of you are collateral and or coin for exchange my loyalty or something like that.
She wants herself a pretty pet.
Indeed. A pet that will bark all the information that she wants.
The role reversal must be really interesting for you.
So then what's the end game? Advancement within the SI?
Don't know.
have no
I don't
idea.
know. But I will tell you that she is incredibly fucking smart. And I'm sure she's well insulated. So it's not
Mhm.
like this is an easy one to just pop off and be done with.
I might be able to mitigate some of her nosiness.
How so?
Magic and technology have to be dealt with specifically, otherwise you can get very short-circuited results. So if I enact a magical effect that is specifically designed to crack down on machines, cameras, drones, it at least limits her eyes. I would have to research it some, but it shouldn't take me too long.
That's a nice approach.
I think we've already established she's crafty, and any sort of interruption might clue her off.
That's the thing. I am going about this in two different angles. I only see her actions as she's being so confident because she has ways to guarantee this information will leak if she dies. And others, SI agents, will get it. But they
Right.
don't have it yet. Because if they did, we would be seeing a lot more action.
She's basically a walking dead man switch.
So How do you handle a deadman switch? You uproot the bomb itself. You
Mhm.
guarantee that even if she blows, nothing will be there to back her up. To that end, I will be acting as a distraction as much as possible, going my merry way, doing my normal self, things like that, to not arouse suspicion.
Mhm.
And while that's going on in the background, we have other entries and other people working their magic to try and find information, get resources. I have a feeling, actually, I got pretty acquainted with Allspec's ability that allows me to see some residual emotional things of the past of certain things, certain items. And so I can guarantee that she seems to be working with the least for people. If more, not much more. We
We
find the
need to find
information
out who those people are.
and prepare the trap to spring.
Mhm. Absolutely. So, also, I reached out to my folks because I know you, Theo, and you, Spotter, have been kind of focused on the Ash Finders a lot. Everywhere I'm looking, I'm running into dead ends, literally. Um, it's frustrating the shit out of me. But I did get some info from my Anarch associates. They said that it seems like some students from Northern Illinois University have been talking about they've come up with ideas on cure-alls for the aging process.
Huh.
They're at the local art school. They're calling it a cure-all too. I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
saying that some folks are saying that it's blood or, oddly enough, carbon-based.
Ash.
Uh-huh.
I see.
In
So-
terms of ash itself, it's apparently cropping up in cheap as hell places that college students can get access
Uh-huh.
to, small dive bars, things like that.
Oh, and we did actually. Dr. Smith and I actually got one of the dealers' names. I don't know if we passed it along.
Oh, Andy.
No, not him. He's not that was the guy.
Oh no, he wasn't a dealer.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that was our new friend. Wicket. Her name was
Right.
Wicket. Their name was Wicket. I have no idea
Hmm.
gender.
But also, some of the Western-based anarchs have gone missing.
Oh, I see.
That's alarming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
Maybe-
they have to get the ash from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the Anarchs would have any additional information that we're missing.
Maybe that's worth checking. Because if I'm getting all this information, and please, I'm not the smart one here, we have pretty much a lot of scenarios, universities, parties, and things like that, whose are being influenced by the ash finders. They're targeting specifically people like that. Why? Why are they only going for students? Why not
Because
disseminate it?
They expect the college students to be drunk and high all the time.
And so,
Or at least experimental.
Absolutely.
see, if that's their modus operandi, then perhaps I don't know.
And they might be testing it to see what it does to humans, knowing what it does to themselves.
Maybe we should be proactive on this regard. They are going to parties, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Parties in which they are selling their stuff. And we also know they might be getting help from something that allows them to not be caught.
Oh, trust me, I know for a fact there is bound to be a full fucking kindred running the operation at the top.
I have some suspicions on that.
Because
Mhm.
I can tell you right now, that motherfucker Arden Canty would not have owed anything to any fucking Thin Bloods to get the shit that was used on me. He was either collecting a favor owed from another fucking vampire, or he owed a favor to that vampire for what he got. He was running the fucking Church of Cain. Thin Bloods are anathema. Kill on sight by the Church of Cain. He would not have done business with them like that.
So it has to have a proper name on top of them.
Exactly.
Well,
and I'm personally in favor of cutting the snake off at the head. But, I mean, that's just the way I operate. However, because it just seems to me it would be too easy for them to replace their fucking losses if we wipe out Thin Bloods constantly.
yeah, there's no point.
We would do that until literally the sun rises in the west.
I mean, if
and
they
still
are
get
aligned,
nowhere.
If they are aligned or at least doing business with this about, what are the chances of them getting a few traditions or two, per se, mass embracing people?
Right. And Sabat, most of them are not of significant age, at least not the scrubs we've been seeing around here. Literally, one of them might be creating Thin Bloods, or a dozen of them might be creating Thin Bloods.
Thin Bloods can also create Thin Bloods, if I recall.
To a certain extent, I believe. Eventually, they become so non-potent that they can't.
So we got to find the actual source of them.
Find the one running it at the top. Have you been able to capture any of them?
Yes, actually. And it has been brought to my attention that I was only doing half measures. So that has since been corrected.
Excellent.
The few that I have captured were questioned, interrogated, whatever have you. And then when they offered nothing, they were encouraged to bring back information that they hear.
Excellent.
And we keep getting a handful every now and then. So I am continuing such efforts.
All right.
The idea is credit to Miss Lombardi.
She's a smart one.
Yeah.
Okay. Bastian, do you mind taking a look at this note?
Bastian goes up to the note. Is it closed, open?
It's open.
He reads it with no regard for any type of privacy.
Okay, so what it says is, when a child of Fatima becomes more fanatic than the fanatic, one must walk off the line of the known to be unknown. Your young one and you are protected. You do her, capitalized, proud. Signed with YY. I'd like to know who my guardian angel is, because it's been very frustrating that I can't find shit on this Assamite. Other than it seems like he's, picking off people that have lost sight of their divine purpose, whatever the fuck that means.
I hated those guys. Fine. Okay, I can try. And Bastian will touch it ever so slightly and use Spirit Touch. Okay, so that row is intelligence plus aspects. Got a nice dice pool for that. Okay, 2. Oh, that's a willpower reroll if I have seen one. Okay, I got 3 successes.
the 3 successes, you're pretty much going with a calm presence. And it's calm, it's caring, it's actually kind of nurturing, but it was written in a sense of, I should be speaking up now. This is something that needs to be said. On top of that, there's an image of a person. And you've seen this person before. It was a bit ago. It was at a party that you all went to at the Elysium. He was pointed out as he and another person were looking at one of Taylor's fantastic displays. He and another. And if you remember the conversation that Taylor and a few others wanted to actually meet this individual, Yaravan, Yaryan. And he was known as the former Bruja.
Bastion lifts his finger. Ever spoke to that Yarvan guy?
No.
Seems interested in you. That's his note.
She'll pick it up and put it in her bag.
Feels like it's something that needed to be said. Apparently, by his view.
Maybe he felt like he was on the sidelines for too long.
Perhaps. But
I don't trust what seems to be just generosity.
It
usually comes
weird.
at a cost.
Wasn't he actually speaking with your ancestor?
Yes. From what I understand, he's actually the grandchild of him.
I assume you're not from his lineage.
No.
And that's something, let's be pragmatic, something that your ancestors.
I'm from the line of Hannibal.
Holy fuck. Cannibal guy?
No, not the cannibal guy. That's a movie. Hannibal, the general in ancient history.
Oh.
Don't.
No. Never
right,
much of a history guy.
No, it just means that we shouldn't let her cross any Alps.
I'll take all of your words for it.
I already have, but anyway.
I say then that regarding this letter thing, probably your ancestors doing?
Maybe. I've also heard things that he's a former Bruja, which is what fascinates me about him. How is he a former Bruja, and what the fuck is he now?
Yeah, no, never heard of anything like that.
I know. So needless to say, yeah, it's interesting that he wants to decide to protect me, and I think Misty as well, because Misty is the young one that's always around us. Fascinating, but I'd like to know why.
And this Fatima person, is it perhaps Banu Hakim?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you've never heard of her.
Oh, I actually did.
Did you? Okay, yeah. Yeah, she is literally the most elite of their assassins.
Real famous in the field.
Yeah. And she'd been kicking it back in the time when women weren't even really embraced into that clan. She was that good. So Yeah. Yeah.
It's
And it's her child going around as a fanatic, murdering folks.
so that's an elder.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I want to find him
That
because I
explains
want
why
to deliver pain.
Hmm.
He's been doing a lot of fucking damage. And I want to deliver pain.
So I buy into that a lot, actually.
Okay.
I enjoy the prospect of killing such a high-profile targets, especially one that's doing such evil things.
Mm-hmm.
And what I am grabbing here is that a lot of things are happening, and we have a lot of possible things that we should do. What do we do then? What are our plans? What should we prioritize? Because the Finbloods are doing their shit. There's my stalker, but, well, that's a slow burn. There's this elder Banu Hakim guy that's running loose into whole domain. Then there's the old suspects as well.
In regards to your assassin problem, get me a face and I can easily help you from there.
Yeah, that's the problem. The guy's fucking Asimite. He's good.
Getting anything that is not something that wants to be discovered is always a pain in the ass.
Uh-huh. But a guy that regimented, not perfect. Guarantee it.
Specifically,
There's got to be a
he's-
flaw in it somewhere. And we just got to find it and exploit it.
Also remember that routine often means that you can always tell where to find someone if they
That's been
stick
the
to
thing.
it.
I got information, and she actually takes out a notebook and opens it up, and she turns it to the table, and it's basically locations that she's been able to get where he's hit people possibly, and who supposedly has gone missing after these sightings and stuff like that. So a possible hit list kind of thing. And looking, and she's like, that all I can get is that he's hitting people that have deviated from their divine purpose. And the patterns are not patterns. At least not that I can see. But if you guys want to put your eyes on it, go right ahead. I know we've got a lot of hot fucking shit going on. Oh, and also, Annabelle is hosting a Primogen party at the Succubus Club, and Bastion and I totally want to crash it. So.
Yeah.
I got his head fixed. Josephine fixed his head.
Yeah.
Long time coming. Good.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
And Theo just blatantly turns to Spotter. We don't need to have secret meetings about him anymore. And then turns back to the group.
You were having what?
Old time sakes.
Okay. Fine.
We've told you
don't
about
you
them,
know
Bastion.
they're buddies now?
Okay.
Bastion, all of us have had a secret meeting about you in some form or fashion.
Yes, but then we had the intervention and there hasn't been any since.
Right.
Okay. I'll trust you.
We just couldn't tell you in the moment because you obviously would have gone, I violated my trust.
You think I would be that dramatic?
Yes.
If anything, I undersold it.
Okay.
At least
fine,
that dramatic,
fine.
if not more.
Fine. Y'all got me. So, in regards to that, not really much to say. We pretty much already suspected it. That bitch really did dominate me and put some inner working things in my mind. Got the memories, the whole experience thing. I am working on not trying to get a revenge as soon as possible. That's a elder. But I'm having some ideas. And Annabelle, that would probably be a funeral party. I spoke to Zora.
Oh no.
Yes, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Brad saying one thing, the other Dora saying another. But if I'm going to guess, they basically are betting that Annabelle is super depressed because of what happened with her precious little child.
Oh yeah, Modius got.
Oh no, what a shame.
Oops. Whoopsie.
He didn't make it home from Chicago that night.
Yes.
Dang
And
it.
Mama,
So someone
is-
did practice their juggling.
Yeah.
oh my goodness, I should be probably ostracized from my clan because of that. But anyway,
That was a good one.
What they don't know won't hurt them.
yes. And so that will be a terrible party to crash in. And so, Taylor, you have my full support.
Excellent.
Destroy her.
Absolutely. I am going to definitely pop into Cratius and let him know he doesn't have to send his whip. I will go. I will be the sacrificial lamb and get him the intel on what the fucking Primogen are doing there and bring it back to him. Just because it suits me to go crash her party.
To be a fly on that wall. But also, in regards to speaking to Zora, I did went to Elysia, talk with her, things like that, and I did notice a lot of strange things happening there. He turns to Spotter. What's up with Cedric?
Cedric, the clan elder Cedric?
Yes, your clan Edric Cedric.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with him?
What do you mean, what's up with him?
Well, why was he mingling in Elysia, talking with literally everyone but Nosferatu?
Because he's a politician.
Why is he politicking? Why is he in an entourage?
I want to
with-
suss Spotter out.
Honestly, I'd also like to.
You know what to roll, and
Woo.
Fodder, you know what to roll. If you
I
need
do?
to, it's manipulation subterfuge.
Yeah, mine's wits insight. I'm
Wits
going to
and
surge that.
Yep.
Is there any way that I could also go it
Ooh,
through
succeeded.
something like manipulation subterfuge? Because I'm far better at that than insight.
Yeah, you'd have to do insight because your insight and wits is you're sussing out somebody else. If you're hiding stuff, it's manipulation subterfuge.
Fine, I
know,
agree
I'm
with
sorry.
you.
Okay, that's 6 successes.
Oh, I can't even beat that, so I'm not going to roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Ugh.
I blood surged, so I had a nice little handful
I
of
did
dice.
too, and I couldn't beat it.
I got one success, and that's after quite a few ones. Ugh.
That's a why are
Ones
you
don't take
counting
away
ones?
successes.
Oh, fucking too many systems. 3 successes.
Spotter, what'd you get? Apparently,
3.
people will find
I
out.
got 3.
Okay, so attacker wins. I would say, what do they suss out from you, Spotter? Give it a level 3.
Are
and a
you
level
totally
6.
bullshitting us that you don't know what's going on?
How not bullshitting are you bullshitting?
If that is the question, then yes, he is. There's not bullshit going on, and he's not telling you.
Okay. Taylor just kind of looks at him and gives a grin and say, is this clan shit that you can't talk about?
Yes,
Okay. That's fair and valid.
stuff. Maybe there's something going on that we need to handle in clan.
I got you.
Ooh.
Should you need outside help,
Let us know.
we are here.
Okay, so that's a bit of a problem. Spotter, how much exactly is that supposed to leak out? I'm not asking what it is, because you see, he was doing that at Elysia,
Mhm.
and Zora was gripping her eyes all over him and his entourage of everyone but Nosferatu.
Oh, he was definitely drawing attention, I'm sure, if it got the Toreador's
Indeed.
attention.
So
Indeed. And I wasn't aware that was clan business, so I said, okay, I can ask Spotter about that.
Mhm. So, look, I'm not going to answer your question directly.
Okay, fair.
I'm going to answer your question with another question.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a politician and you were going to show up at a place with other politicians to do politicking, why would you pick now?
Why would I pick now? Okay.
Where's Khalid?
I wasn't going to ask that.
Spotter makes eye contact with you and then doesn't say anything and looks away.
Understood. Okay.
Zora will
So-
inform just about the necessary.
Yeah.
And trust that we are.
I
heading
wonder
there
if
and
we'll
getting
see
clear.
him at the party.
Oh, maybe the king of the Nosferatu shows up. Hey, look, if we're going to go
Y'all
in,
are
I'm just-
welcome to come crash it with us. Y'all are welcome to.
I don't want to be in the representative contour of Annabelle. And she will drag me to that because I'm a fucking toreador.
Yeah. But
I
you're going to
hate
escort a
this.
bruja that she can't fucking stand.
Yes. Why is it always me? Anyway,
Well, if you don't want to, I'll find another escort. That's not a
I
problem.
absolutely will be escorting you.
Oh,
That was
okay.
drama. Don't you know me?
Of course I know you. You're
Okay,
muted,
so-
Maddox.
And of course I am. I'm uncertain what I could provide in such a setting for you all, aside from maybe some basic moral support.
Understood. Understood.
Hey, you do you.
Absolutely. Not everyone likes popcorn.
I mean, Spotter just wants to go to see some of the Toreador eat humble pie.
Well, I mean, Naomi's
I've
probably going
heard
to be
the
there, so-
ingredients are fresh this time of year.
Yeah, so if Naomi's there, yeah.
And you know, me showing up with her is going to go right up their asses sideways. So
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone do be prepared. Do not Rorschach. There will be fireworks. And those will come directly from Annabelle. Or to Annabelle. From yeah, we'll see.
Oddly enough, Theo reaches into his doctor's bag and takes out a notepad you all haven't seen since you first met him, and he'll jot something down and just sort of gently toss the pen and notepad back into the bag and shut it.
Okay.
And then just nod like, please continue, Bastion. But it was something that Bastion clearly said that inspired something.
You know what? I'm learning tonight to not ask questions. And I'm not going to ask questions now.
Ask all the questions you want, just don't always expect
What
answers.
the fuck is that notebook?
That's how I keep track of little things. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
you have a category that different type of notebooks?
yes, don't you? What, you think I would put my idle thoughts into my ideas notebook? What's wrong with you?
Dr. Smith has a diary.
I mean, I guess that's what you could call it.
There's no guessing.
Journal, I think, is the more appropriate term.
Oh, you're journaling now. Okay.
I've been
What?
journaling
I
for quite
journal
some
all the
time.
I know. He's going to graduate into scrapbooking soon. It's going to be lovely.
No, that's one of my ghouls. She's very into it. She's also elderly, needs time to fill the days.
Hmm.
You tell yourself.
I am pleased at this whole subject thing. Like, I am getting so much perspective. It's impressive, honestly. And not to drag the mood down, but we do indeed need to decide what we're going to do, kill / hunt. Specifically because, considering the whole substance and circumstance that we are in, if we allow more things to stir up our pot, maybe some things will blow up and start blowing up with each other. I mean, what if some of these events start happening alongside each other because we aren't addressing them? We should be as efficient as possible. I do believe so. And okay. What can we do about each of them? What can we actually accomplish?
In a grand scheme sort of sense, not much, only because the fish may be upset that the river is drying up, but that doesn't stop the sun from producing the heat. At the moment, we're just watching the water recede from the shoreline with no way of us figuring out a step to stop it. As soon as I start getting my, for lack of a term, sleeper agents back from the ash finders, I may start getting locations or drop sites or some such to help further who I'm grabbing. But beyond that, they're incredibly elusive, which is proving to be incredibly frustrating.
I'm not much of a hunting guy in regards to food, but I do remember an old technique utilized by some fishermen down in my old country. They used to call it a bottleneck. They grabbed a whole net, weaved it together, put it in a bottleneck, and threw it onto the river. It expanded various length to a various length. And then a lot of fish went in. And then they grabbed it and pulled by the bottleneck. So the net would get smaller and smaller, and the fish wouldn't be able to escape. Why don't we do something like that? We have plenty opportunities. Why don't we expand on that?
We'd need bait.
And considering that we know their specific appetites and preferred areas, university parties, why don't we, I don't know, go about doing that? He looks at Taylor. You certainly know the most party excited people in your university, I'm sure.
Oh, of course. And the worst thing in the world that could happen to them is their professors show up to the party. Of course, there's always some idiots that think that they can get their professors drunk to give them an A in the class, but that never works. And literally, yeah. But I'm happy to go crash some fucking college parties if you want to go do that too. My students generally think I'm pretty cool, but generally, except for the assholes that I have to put the fear of the mother into. But,
that's a specific thing.
Oh, yeah. When I don't even have to look at them and make them about shit their pants. Yeah.
Noted. But we can perhaps crash into some bodies, see if we can find them, move as erratically as possible. If they don't see our next move, if we don't know our next move, how will they see it?
Don't want to rain on your parade. I have some thoughts around how they're tracking.
And how is that?
You know that thing I can do? Not the recent thing, the older thing that you guys found out first.
Yeah. Basically, you're in tune with the city.
And the city tells me things. How selfish would I be, self-centered would I be, to think that I was the only one that could do that?
Oh, fuck. There's another. Oh, fuck.
Because if that's the case, you two aren't going to have any luck.
That's why you thought you had an idea on a vampire working with them. I still
And it
don't think
also-
that. I still don't think that would be the one at the top, though.
No, probably not. But it also explains our present up in Wrigley.
Well, then we need to find that NOS. Will the city
neither
tell you
confirm nor
that?
deny that is a clan business thing and is being worked on.
Oh,
If I'm unhappy, the rest of the elders are unhappy.
that's great, but I need something to fucking hit really fucking hard or stab a fucking sword into real soon because I'm really getting frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Don't suddenly stop you from looking.
we can either go that route, trying to find this Nosferatu. I'd assume the crashing
There's no
parties
telling
thing-
where the NOS is hiding out. He doesn't have to be at the parties.
Exactly. At
I'd
least he
almost
has-
bet he's somewhere in the Undercity.
Or we can try and trace that Asamite.
Well,
And
and she turns the notebook towards Bastion. There's all the details I got.
And you said you needed bait. Who's he after? And I hate to put her in that spot, but
Oh, she'll be fine.
I understand.
Probably a good idea to inform her, if nothing
Of course,
else.
I would never do it without her knowing.
I see. Storyteller, can Bastion perhaps analyze this data, not to try and find a pattern, but actually try and find the best possible spots to hide, to go for an execution?
Because he is
Oh,
an
wait.
assassin.
I know. Are we talking more with your rifle or are we talking like with anything?
Bastion knows how to kill regardless, but we know of the profile of this guy that he didn't attack Misty with a firearm.
Correct.
Right.
So
and even
perhaps,
if he didn't have, even if he
Yeah.
didn't have a rifle, it's still, those vantage points are still good for sussing out the area.
True. That's why I was
Exactly.
asking if he was
Yeah.
going to do more of the rifle. If you're
Yeah.
going to do that, definitely any high points, but you do know that it was hit more in low line, low view areas, more like alleys or in between buildings, or one was in a park, and being how the trees are, you'd have to go in. It was more if he was covering his ass more so than covering the kill.
and so Bastion looks at Taylor. Which one of those is the most recent?
She points to it.
It's the park.
If my instincts are to be trusted, this park, this place of the kill, very good, actually. Open, hard to miss if you're making a statement. But other than that, also close by, he pointed at the trees. A very nice hiding spot in which you wouldn't be noticed. Your quarry would not pay attention to it. Why would something be hiding there? If we can look out for him, that's the best clue we got.
I don't know.
Enjoy
Well-
your stakeout without donuts and coffee, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm just, where would he hit next? That's the thing. That's what I was trying to figure out is where would he hit next? Who would be the next target? Was there any kind of pattern to this? And the only pattern I got doesn't tell me shit about who the next target's going to be.
Are there any
Well-
other survivors?
No,
Well,
he learned his mistake.
if we can learn more about his mind, the way that he works, maybe you
Sure,
can get
let
a
me call
pattern from that.
Fatima. No, I'm joking. I don't know her that well.
Maybe
Damn, I would have asked for a meeting just for the feather in the cap of it all.
why don't you guys go have a chat with Cindy? She's the one who fought him.
That might be a good idea.
True. We can talk to Cindy. We can go to the park, do some investigating.
If you want to go to the park and check it out, I can talk to Cindy.
True. We can do that.
That way we can cover more ground in less time.
Divide and conquer.
Do we happen to know if Miss Giovanni is still a practicing necromancer on top of what she is now? Because the dead could be another avenue if
I don't think
we're
she
needing
is. She
information.
seems to have shunned away from the whole fucking family thing.
Damn.
But would she know names?
But there's bound to be some fucking Hecata in this city somewhere. Fuck, ask around.
If you want my assistance on this in a more direct way, that's an avenue I can check, is asking for a necromancer to speak to some spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know where there would be one in the city, and I'd have to ask, but...
Yeah, ask around. Junie, nobody can hear you, and we don't know what the fuck you're miming. So...
That's why you have one in your
Shit.
garden.
She's not a necromancer. She's a fighter.
Yeah,
The
she's a
Lamia
fighter.
are not really necromancers.
I mean, they
She's
can do
Hecata.
necromancy, but it's different.
But yeah.
There.
And isn't she- wasn't she
I
Starport?
can ask Azuma if she knows of any that actually work with spirits. She really doesn't as much.
Whatever avenues we can take at this juncture, I just...
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
ask her if she knows of any, but she's been, dead to the world for 30 years. Who the fuck does she, but we'll see if she reconnected with anybody.
Or maybe old connections just stayed strong for her. That's also a possibility.
That's true too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll put a word into her.
Okay. So
I feel
no,
I
go ahead.
had nothing truly deep to contribute. I simply was going to say that it feels like we at least have minor direction now for our projects, even if we're not any closer to them just yet.
Finding a way out of nothing. Not the first time I have done that. What about you, Spotter? Going to do something nice tonight?
I'd love to help you track down this guy, but Spotter has a date at Elysium.
Oh. Well, have a nice date.
You should meet him someday. He's an interesting cat. The new fish.
Well, okay. I am absolutely not going to ask that. And Bastion gets up. Taylor, I will tell you if I find anything.
And I'll let you know what Cindy has to say.
We can coordinate from there.
I need to get some more honey anyway.
Do you guys really need me to be in the park? I will be there. And Misty will come around for a second.
Oh,
It's
Misty is
not hard
rude
to
to
hear
listen
you
in
all
when we're
talk.
talking about you.
Thank you.
Hey, Misty, you want to be bait if we find this guy that's like hunting people?
Sure. Why not?
oh.
You
That
won't be
makes things a
alone.
lot easier. Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it this way. I mean, you do realize what I was born for, right?
Enlighten
got-
us.
Computers?
No. I was kinfolk.
Yeah.
The weird werewolves specifically.
You were born to breed more werewolves.
Ew.
Yeah. I can't do that now, right?
Yeah.
Medically or spiritually, no.
Exactly.
You can't serve your divine purpose.
That's actually correct. Completely and 110%.
Wow,
yes.
look at us putting pieces together.
So it could be that it's a personal thing for the people that he's hunting. I mean, that's pretty much what I gathered.
It just seems like that's a rather thin explanation for a divine purpose, though.
Well, he's a
She
fanatic,
can't
so
give birth, regardless of the fact that one blood transfusion and suddenly you have given birth. But what do I know
Yeah,
about an Asimite's insane ideology?
Yeah, but I can't pass on the genealogy of the guru.
Mm-mm.
And he is a guru and is got such a grand stake in such a problem. It just
No,
seems
he just
so...
sounds like a fanatic that's just looking for an excuse to kill.
My
Well, when you
goodness,
say-
I want to kill this guy so much.
You don't
Now you
even
think
need an
about
excuse
it.
to kill. Just kill someone. It's not that.
He's a fucking Asimite. Of course, they've got to justify their fucking kills to themselves because they literally
Shit.
project their fucking pain that they refuse to face from the curse that was bestowed upon them into this overinflated sense of justice.
You.
And that curse really wasn't anything too special. I don't know why they complained about it so much.
What curse?
Oh,
The curse of being
I can tell
vampire.
you later. I can tell you later.
The curse of Cain.
Oh, you mean that curse? Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can tell you later, Misty. It's fine.
Twice cursed,
okay.
actually, not to walk in the day, and then later to never know peace in the night.
Ew. Why would you do such a thing? Ew.
Because sometimes
Because Cain's a douche.
and sometimes founders especially overstep.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
That's
more you
okay.
learn about the history of the clans, the more you will find yourself rolling your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you mean I haven't
There's a
done that
lot
already?
of hubris. A lot.
Oh, God. Okay.
Not even
Right.
curb your enthusiasm. Park it on the street, change the tires, and keep back on the road.
Yeah.
So, always a full moon in Philadelphia. Got it.
Well, as someone with connections with the most interesting part of my clan's history, let me just say, rolling your eyes is not far enough.
No, that's when I drop a fat beat and let Miss Taylor walk in.
You may be doing that again soon.
Oh, who's the DJ at Annabelle's party? I
Mm.
know you know these things.
It's not you, is it?
Is it you?
Oh,
Is it
look
you?
at that.
Look at you working your way in there, girlfriend. And she literally slaps one of her hands that's up there.
I mean, just be fair to yourself. People will say that it's an accomplishment to book the Succubus Club. It's truly not.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Any
I
act can get
specifically-
into that club.
Bitch, please. Have you not seen me DJ? I'm insulted.
Oh, I'm not saying that you're good. I'm just saying don't think of it as the accomplishment that many would say
I'm
it is.
not.
Why'd you just say she's a bad DJ, man?
No,
didn't.
it's she's doing it to get on the inside.
Information.
That.
My guy.
Mm.
That.
Oh, Miss Misty, you're so good.
She's so good.
I mean, you might not be able to auto, even though they talk in all these different languages, it's called a cell phone that has auto translate. That records.
Or even record it, right?
Yeah,
Someone can translate it somewhere.
because I speak a number of languages I can translate.
And that's why you learn dead languages. And Theo will look
You
down.
I
can
at
have
still
some of
that.
those
dead
too,
languages.
and can speak them. But anyway,
I got in for one of the engagements, and that party may or may not be one of my introduction gigs.
nice.
Please ruin whatever mood in there.
Oh no, I have the
With-
perfect song, Misty.
I'm a professional. I know how to bring the house down. Yes, Miss
Absolutely.
Taylor. What
Susie
song?
and the Banshees, Cities and
Which-
Dust.
You mean my opening song?
Play it when I walk in the door.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll play it again. No problem. Not a problem. Look, when you get these people so drunk on blood wine, they tell you everything.
Oh, that's true.
And the thing is that they think I'm a baby. Let
Yeah,
them
just be
think I'm
careful of the
baby.
other one that is pretending to be a baby.
Oh, no. I clocked her like 110 years ago.
I know, right? She's
literally.
like the worst fucking actress in the world.
Dude.
I know, right? Yeah,
There's two types of
nobody
Toreador.
with any more than 2 brain cells is actually buying her bullshit. But
Especially when she comes to me, honey, and drops a couple of lingo things to me, and I'm looking at her like, you totally used that wrong. Let me educate you. Hold on, sit down. I'm schooling you, and you can't even learn this. Do I need to speak Greek? Because I can. Ugh.
you want to come with me
Right.
to go talk to Cindy? Or do you want to go with Bastion to the park?
Sure.
Which?
Damn it.
Oh, I want to see everyone. How about I go with Bastion and you talk to Cindy? And can I get a refill on some honey, please?
What flavors do you want?
Cinnamon and lavender.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Thank you. I got money. Hold on.
Don't worry about
Jill,
it.
but I got paid.
Good for
I didn't just
you.
get paid. I got paid.
Good for you.
your
Invest
money,
that
girl.
shit.
Mhm.
Yes. What you save now can only be put to use later.
Yes, invest that shit. I got it. Trust. The honey's not that bad, not that expensive.
I know, but it's like, oh my God, I got paid.
I
I
know.
haven't seen this money ever.
Bastion puts his arms around one of Mischi's eyes. You are doing amazing. I can totally accept you buying me something later. But in the meantime, let's go. And he
Oh,
starts
you're such a
dragging her
parada
out.
bitch. And she'll say that as they're walking out.
Absolutely, darling. And he says and goes. And he leaves with her, Misty.
All right.
Well, I gotta
Good
go
talk.
do some shopping.
Anybody need a walk halfway so that we're not alone? Or
You're muted, Maddox.
Of course I fucking am. I believe I should be fine, but thank you for the offer.
right.
You're more than welcome to come with if you wish, or not. It's up to you.
If it's is it on the way? You're the Chicago lady with the maps in your head, so is it kind of on the way to? We'll assume yes, and I'm going to go with her.
Okay.
I'll break off when she gets there and head my own way.
Yeah, that's
All right.
fine.
Then take care. And Theo will also head out.
And as everyone goes out, I think this is a great time to go to break.
All right. So we'll
So
be
we'll
back
see
in
you guys-
10. Once I can find my cursor. There it is.
there.
Okay.
Welcome back. Here is the second part of today's episode. And we're going to start off with Taylor going to a nice off the beaten path honey. Not a honey farm, but, a honey store.
Mm-hmm.
For a little bit of honey. It's all good.
Artisanal honey. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
To see Cindy Whitty.
Cindy Whitty. And I will totally say this before we start the scene. Cass named her. That's how she got her name.
Spotter named her.
Very much so. Cass agreed, and this is what her name is.
Someone tell me, I still listen to me.
Yeah, Cindy Whitty of the Windy City.
Yes.
With the bees.
My
With the
Cass, ladies
bees.
and gentlemen.
She's a gangrel with unliving hive.
That has honey that
That has
can't bag
honey that you can eat.
Yeah. It's fantastic. So it's a lovely, lovely evening. And as you come closer to the store, you know the store because you will see the bees.
Oh, yeah. No, Taylor shops here routinely. Okay.
It's I'm building up for the audience. Give them a little bit of scene.
Mark likes the spicy honey. Okay.
Oh,
Not even going there with that one. No, ma'am.
splattered bushes halfway across the city. Wow.
No, she's like, Cindy's going to give me a hard time because I was just in here a few weeks ago and already I'm going to have to buy multiples of the spicy honey. I swear to
Beating
God.
that man and honey, I swear.
But literally, as I literally look at Spire and be like, Mark loves that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not wrong. Not wrong. And as you go in, you're going to hear soft jazz from like the 1940s. Just letting things be chill and vibed. And you'll see all the different honey pots and just a kind of relaxing calmness within the store.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do I see Cindy?
No, once you come in, you hear a little dingle of the bells. It takes a little bit. And you'll hear, I'm coming, give me a second.
All right, girl.
Oh. Hey, is that you?
Yeah.
Girl, you just see Cindy. She's got this beautiful kind of flowing blouse going on with a flowing skirt, and her hair's all up and done. And you were just in here. Are you bathing that man in honey?
No, he's bathing me in it.
Some things I didn't need to know about my friends, but okay. Well, I know my product's being used.
He loves it though. No, not always that, but he really does love it. So I'm going to need 3 more jars of that. And I also need some cinnamon, a jar of cinnamon honey and a jar of lavender.
That's Misty's order.
Yes, I'm picking it up for Misty. She's got other things to do tonight.
Besides another DJ gig?
Yeah. She's hanging out with Bastion tonight. I know.
That girl need not be messing with all of that guns and everything. Is she going to be going in deep or what?
No, they're going to check out a place. It should be relatively quiet.
Do you need me to send my bees?
No, I think it'll be okay. But I did want to ask you about that fucking assassin.
Yes, Mr. I can turn around and that was a night. The girl got game. Oh, Lord. Okay. How are we hunting?
Well, I've been able to gather some of his targets that he's hit, the locations, the timing. And it seems like he is attacking people who have basically fallen off from serving their divine purpose.
Fanatic. Wonderful.
Yeah. But basically he's doing nothing but chaos. And it needs to stop.
Aren't they all for that?
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are the change of y'all the agents of change. They're all
well,
the
we
agents
are,
of
but that
chaos.
doesn't mean necessarily chaos.
No, they are the agents of chaos. You're the agents of change.
Right. And I actually like a little bit of stability so things can grow.
Agreed. But your little blossom doesn't need to be going all into it. She going into this?
She's willing to assist because she's a target. We're going to need something to lure him out.
And she's bait because he can't get her.
Right. Seems I have a guardian angel that's also looking over her.
Who? Besides me.
Besides you. Aren't you sweet?
Like honey.
As honey. If you can take the sting, right?
Look, if you earned my sting, you earned it for a reason. I'm glad they're not hornets.
It seems that Yaryan is looking out. Left me a note.
Okay.
Oh, you know that one.
I have all sorts of customers. Especially when somebody decides to come back from places that we're not supposed to tread. You know, the little thing that the werewolves like to do.
Yeah.
That mages like to do.
Yeah.
Guess who learned how to jump into the Umbra?
Are you shitting me?
My darling. There are certain things that I would never shit anyone. He no longer is part of, shall we say, the economy of what we are.
I mean, I'd heard things, but nothing like that.
Apparently there's some kind of new, I can't say it's new, but it's some kind of odd way of being. I don't know exactly how he does it. He does it from like our powers, but it's not from, shall we say, a curse or a way of being.
Perhaps it's something he knew of his people.
I mean, You know of his tribe, right?
Yeah.
Well, they were all sorts of into magic and such. Spiritual magic. What if?
Yeah, I also
Like
know his
some.
tribe got basically wiped out.
Who do you think's making reparations for that one?
Oh, I know who is. He stopped
And
by my
me.
club the other night and we had a nice little conversation.
She kind of drops the pen she was playing with.
I'm a descendant too.
I mean, I'm not, but at the same time,
Yeah, but I'm just saying there's a bunch of us in the city, obviously. You've got Gracious, you've got me, you've got Yarian, you've got, yeah.
Oh. Didn't know he was one of you.
Yeah. Well, supposedly he's a former Bruja.
Well, when you're no longer kindred, how can you be anything but former?
That's what I'm fascinated by if he's no longer
Mhm.
kindred.
He has still the power from what I understand, but he doesn't. What's the word he said? He no longer has to feast on delicacies.
Fascinating. Hopefully I get a
Okay,
chance to speak to him soon. But this
do
is
you
off
want
track.
to
I need more about this Assamite.
Okay, fine. Well, here's a question. You want to talk to him? Because I can arrange something.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. As for the Assamite,
What do you know about him? You spoke
How
his
to-
language, right?
Yeah.
What language is it?
That's a good question because I can't remember. It just comes out the tongue now. I don't know what you all call it now. It's ancient Arabic. I mean, not Arabic, but like 2 or 3 huge generations back. My side was all into different things. Not to mention we traveled the world 400 or 500 times. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's
The man's old.
Hismaic,
Mm-hmm.
Safetidic. There's a few other Semitic languages. Look, I spent a long time in the Middle East.
Oh, lovely place, but
I
it is.
was in
It was
Lebanon,
lovely. Oh,
but
that place. You know, it's Sarah.
yeah, I know it's Fatima.
Wouldn't be surprised she didn't embrace one of our own. Not too long after he did. Or not too long after she did. Secure the bloodline.
Yeah.
And then again, you know, their tastes and proclivities, especially when it came into blood.
Yeah.
Who's to say if he's not where she is? And now he's not reached that ripe old age of I'm going to turn around and lay waste. And what better place than Chicago? Make mama happy. And he just went a little, as if he can divine everything that's going. How does he know? That's my question.
Yeah, that's what
How does
I'm
he
wondering.
know? You know what I'll do? I got to do some honey deliveries, and I'm going to let my children kind of wander around and listen.
Excellent.
Not just wander, go around. So let your lovely spotter friend know that if he does see a lot of honey or see a lot of bees, I'm not trying to get into any of their territory
Understood.
because I don't wish to upset that clan.
Understood. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because how does he get to decide that someone isn't serving the right purpose?
She just smiles over at Taylor and gently kind of pats her shoulder for a moment and goes, how does any man decide what our purpose is?
Exactly.
I'm thinking a little bit too much of certain ideologies infested into his mind, and his side didn't weed them out.
Yeah.
Funny how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
And if he went to their look, we all know it ain't a secret anymore where they're at. We
Yeah.
just can't find it.
Right.
And
They're
if
at
he spent
Ellenwood.
enough time, exactly. And if he spent enough time there, and they, shall we say, broke that little bond between sire and child, who's to say what they didn't turn around and feed him into and put a bond
That
on
is
him?
true. That is true, because nobody really knows what they've been doing sequestered away. And
Mhm.
I know Fatima has not been sequestered away. She's been moving around.
And who's to say that she didn't, or she hasn't already lost her child?
To,
This whole cluster of whatever fucks.
yeah.
Because if they're not doing it just here, they might be doing it in other cities too. Seeing who's got the better, shall we say, kill score, body count, and then bring them up the ranks. You know how dirty they are,
I know.
and I don't mean that in the way that they don't wash themselves, but at the same time,
I know. I understand. No, I know. Like I said, they will do anything to justify.
as if they need justification in the first place.
Right. But they have this compulsion to do what's just in their minds.
And define justice completely to their own discretion.
Yeah.
Funny. Didn't a Tremere put a little curse on them?
Mm-hmm.
Then they break it.
Mm-hmm.
And the time that we put another curse on them. just asking for
I'm just saying, where's the mages when you need them to unleash the sun on certain individuals? But
that's Saturavinos. I don't think we want to get the technocracy in here too quick.
No. But yeah, no, thanks. I appreciate it. And here, and she gives a card to her to swipe for the honey.
She just watched it away like, yeah.
Oh,
worth
thank
it.
you.
Worth the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
So I will do a little bit of a walk. This is getting now interesting and tempting.
Hey, if you want to tag along when we hunt them down, you're more than welcome to.
Man.
Of course.
I mean, come on. How often do I get to work with a renowned doctor and such a professional torito? And I'm sure I could just hear bashing like, well, you know I am, darling.
He would so do that. It would be so
Of
dramatic and
course.
beautiful.
And then he wants to smile, give us a little wink, and then whiz off.
Yes.
He's easy to play. It's funny, and I enjoy it. Oh, you know
Yes.
what? How about you pick out one of the flavors he'd like too? Go.
Who, Bastion?
Of course.
Oh, let me look.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to look at the different flavors.
You name any flavor, she's got it. Food wise batter.
Oh,
Saw
okay.
that.
Sure.
Thank you.
She actually picks out 3 flavors
Mhm.
that she thinks might suit him
Mhm.
and creates a little sampler for him.
You let me know how he likes it.
I will.
I'm interested to see. I mean, no offense, Dr. Smith is pretty much a honey kind of person. He's just kind of there. Spotter, I can't figure out just yet, but we're going to get there at some point. I'm thinking jalapeno or maybe something a little spicy, but then I don't know. He's dating Naomi, so.
Oh, there, yeah. Don't be fooled by Spotter.
That's why I'm like,
Don't be fooled by him.
why? Are you
Because
telling me?
he's cunning.
Oh?
Oh, yeah.
He isn't the little Boy Scout everyone thinks he is?
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Please, I walked up into his place. There were clothes everywhere. He's dirty.
What? Wow. I mean, clothes everywhere, as in mixed clothes of some
I'm just
people?
saying. I'm just saying.
Oh,
But you didn't hear it from me.
We dirt cat. No, isn't he?
Oh, trust. I mean,
thought,
he got Naomi.
look, I
You
would've
know
thought,
he's cunning. She wouldn't get involved with a fool.
you're not wrong. I would expect Dr. Smith to be running some kind of illicit thing because you know how
You know,
the
Tremere, they're
how
laced up so damn tight. They gotta unleash that somehow.
the freaks in the sheets. We all know this.
Exactly.
Spotter, he's supposed to be the golden child.
Oh, I'm sure he's golden.
Oh,
This city is full of degeneracy.
Amen.
But anyway, girl, I'll let you get on
Yes.
with your night. I've got to go handle some things, but thank you.
I'm gonna take a walk, and yes, no problem. You let me know when you're setting that up because I will make sure my children, and she points at these, will be there.
Absolutely. And I will
And the
definitely
sting
let
is
you know.
lethal.
Good.
I've added a little bit of them I'll add a little bit of spice to them.
Excellent. Excellent.
Mm,
Yeah, no, I will definitely let you know.
I appreciate it. And
You have a good night, sweetheart.
You too. And as Dr. Taylor leaves with her honey, for her honey and other honeys, we have Spotter and Neptune going to one of the most famous places in Chicago. And I'm going to put a picture of that into Chicago Hidden Cities, known as the Chicago Board of Trade. Now, when one walks in, it is a vast vestibule, lots of elevators. When you get to the Elysium, ironically enough, it is on top floor because where else are you going to do it? It looks like a very well done board of trade with original hardwood floors. You see stock markets being written back and forth as things are going. And being this is the middle of the night, you're now seeing the Asian stock market. There are people running around. There are people moving about. And you hear people talking, laughing. I'm going to let you guys walk in and then do your thing. But I will say that Kevin Jackson is close to one of the windows and he is talking to several Primogen at the same time.
So, Neptune. How does this compare to your usual stomping grounds?
There's, not much. I don't like this place. Like to uptight. I don't even know if I can work the bathrooms in here.
Trust me, the fact that we're even in the building is a small miracle.
I suppose I'm not one that would ever come here. I mean,
Not unless you're summoned, and well,
yeah, and
technically
now
you were.
I kind of look like a couple of socks, wet socks, put together in my face. So
They're used to us, and they may not like us, but they're the Venture were at least courteous enough to have manners and show some hospitality.
I see.
So, there won't be
Okay.
anything overt, and if there is, well, the right word at the right ear. Get that nipped at the bud.
I'll take your word for it. You're the guy.
Thanks. So, see how you're doing. Who's the prince?
Lappy. Oh, the prince. I don't know why is it not king?
I don't know. Never asked. Don't care.
Well, the prince, the big hat guy that owns the place and orders people around.
Mm-hmm. But which one is he?
Neptune looks around. According to that Waneka guy. That one. Big, bald. Nice suit, at least. speaking with a bunch of weirdos.
All right. Harder test. Who's he talking to?
Okay. Kind of tilts to the side. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, a guy in a toga. Okay. The Primal Germs console.
Right. Exactly. Do you know any of their names?
The names.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That one. I think that. Isn't that your girlfriend?
He elbows him.
Okay, sorry. All right. The others were talking and stuff like that. And Naomi.
Yes. Naomi Stewart, Primogen of the Pentra.
Okay, and that other woman there, she looks all businesslike.
What color's her hair? So I know. So Potter knows.
Who? Naomi's?
The next one. The other Primogen start. Red.
Redheaded.
Businesslike. That Josephine?
Josephine. Do you know her clan? I'm not gonna. There isn't a test at the end. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's good. For full disclosure, it's good to know.
Okay.
While
Okay.
they put importance on the titles. Let's may as well humor them.
Fuck. They're fine. The clan. It's something with an M.
Alcavian.
Yeah. Okay. I was about to say marksman.
Last question. So
Okay.
who's he?
Oh, that's the Greek guy. He is a professor, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Aristotle? No, that's not the name. Critic.
Yes. Kind of. Close. Cratius.
Yeah. He is from the witches one.
Water chuckles. Brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Different, but same name. So, anyways, that's just like I said. It's good to be at least familiar with their names and their faces. You're probably never going to talk to them again. Be fair. This is just introduction. Any new kindred in the city that weren't requested need to meet the prince. Just follow and form here.
Hey,
right.
It's like, how's this supposed to go? Do I have to say something?
No, yeah, he's probably just I'm going to introduce you. He's probably going to ask you a couple questions. I think it might be good to offer up that little bit of tidbit of information you gave us about Maxwell. You might go over well with him.
Okay. I can say.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and the other thing I want to mention before we get up there is that he hates the Cubs. Just to be clear.
Why is your cap then?
Because I am a notorious wrestler of Jimmy's.
You confuse me, man. Did I ever say that?
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Lead the way.
And actually, I'm just going to... Is Cordelia there?
Cordelia is, but she is wrangling some, shall we say, newbies that decided not to do the proper thing, and she's taking care of business.
Okay. All right. So
she clocks you, but she's like, kind of gives you a nod, but she knows you can do the thing.
Okay. So I'm just like, towards it. Okay. So we'll walk up, stay about 10 feet away, 10-ish feet away, and wait for him to finish.
you see that, and God help this poor man. He is standing there and he is listening to his primogen debate. Now, what Critias unfortunately has misunderstood and completely underestimated is two smart women who know how to debate better than him. And as they are turning around, and Naomi and Josephine have not only decided to do the amazing power duo of Ventru and Malkavian, but it's almost like they're on the same wavelength. They've gotten this to the point where they have turned around and be able to finish each other's sentences because they have gotten to this point of debate that they know their shit.
It's
And they are
irrelevant.
not. It's just not. It's to the point where he is trying to debate against Camarilla law and Camarilla subsidies and things that the Camarilla should do. Though even though he wrote the book on the whole fucking subject, they're saying, but you forgot all the gray areas because life is not black nor white. Hi, we're the gray areas. And he kind of sees Spotter and Neptune, and he's just like, know what, ladies? You guys have been doing this all night long. I'm sure we could do a couple hundred more years, but I think there's some people that I need to talk to. So, you know what? You guys just stay here. I'll be back in a few, and good luck. That's all he says to Critias because he has no other words left. And he kind of gently moves over to Spot, and his hands right out there like Spotter, and hands on shoulder. Good to see you again. Don't love the hat. However, and he will pull from his back pocket and throw on his White Sox hat. How are you doing?
You know, I could survive the fall.
I don't know. Did you? Tell me, how much of a fall are you survived so far, my good friend?
I don't know. I'm willing to test it.
I mean, we can always open a window. So what do we have? So what do we have here?
This, Prince Jackson, is the newest Nosferatu in the city. A present from our dear friends in the Sabbat.
Oh, yes.
That Nosferatu.
And he will extend his hand to you, Bastion.
And Bastion will not answer, but Neptune will.
I'm sorry, Bastion and Neptune, my bad.
Neptune will shake his hand in all his floppy gloriness. Neptune.
Pleasure, Neptune. I'm assuming Nosferatu, correct?
Yes.
Enjoying the city so far?
Yeah. I lived here my whole life.
Enjoying the city so far as your new life, I should say.
Haven't seen much. Wasn't much in the sewers.
More than I've seen.
They stank.
Okay. But have you... He'll look to Sputter. I take it education's going and he's
It's
kind
ongoing.
of adjusting.
Yeah. Me and another one of the elders are co-parenting.
Which one?
Aneka.
Oh, okay, good. No offense, but if there are some that may or may not like to go over into certain areas that I love all. I love all my people, but sometimes a little bit too much for me. I respect them. I respect their ways. Let's just live in a,
Is he
Keep your ways
speaking
over there.
about? Is he speaking about Edith?
I wouldn't name any names, son. It's not good for you.
That'll be your next lesson.
It's okay, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Less is more.
Discretion is a better part of valor. I learned that one very young, even before I was kindred.
Ah,
Yeah.
from the
Naming names is
streets.
never a good thing.
From the streets.
Yeah.
You might be surprised at how many of us are Chicago boys.
North boy over here thinks he's all good.
Yeah.
The South boys know a lot better.
No shit.
I didn't suggest that.
Well, no, I'm just friendly bantering you.
Oh
with my
no,
friend
we're
Spotter. It's all good.
we're just giving each other ball taps right now. Don't worry about it, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got smaller balls to crack. It's fine.
Information
Looks back.
received, I guess.
Oh, right. So Spotter over here happens to be an old boy. I happen to be slightly a new boy. You are just now baby. But at the same point, you're a Chicago boy. So you have to learn how to banter back and forth.
All right.
You have mutual respect for each other, even though he's a northerner and he's also Cub fan. Ew. And I turn around and understand, completely respect him, even though I'm a South Sider and a complete White Sox fan, which we rule. But that's neither here nor there. It's the gentle bantering back and forth of mutual respect.
All right. When's the lesson on that?
Well, I'm sorry, what?
The lesson is right now.
Yes.
Fuck, my notebook's in the car.
You write notes.
I said that I should burn them later, but I still haven't memorized. So yeah, I'll write them and then I'll burn them.
Okay.
But burning's not easy. I don't know why.
Because it's called your beast and he no likey fire.
It's the beast thing. Okay, class 2. All right.
Yeah, he's like 2 weeks old.
Got you. Okay. I was kind of gauging here for a moment. I was going to say a week, but if we're going 2 weeks, yeah, I see it. You're good. Your age and how long you've been this way.
Yeah. It was painful.
As I've heard it is. I would never slack any of your clan. Why? Because you go through this much.
Yeah, honestly. Fuck, like my skin's falling.
Yeah, because everybody differently, buddy. Just got to live with it.
If you seen 8-Ball, the woman was literally burnt alive.
If you threw me through that window, I'm pretty sure I'll be planing. Soaring.
I mean, you do have a nice flap suit there. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, good one,
like some kind of those weird squirrel things.
All right. That was good, man. Bantering. Nice. He's learning.
Not bad.
Nice,
You're
good
smiling, which is good too.
I like it.
We never see you smile. Even better.
Yeah.
Wait until Taylor hears this. I think Theo will pretty much have a conniption fit and fall flat.
Naomi probably fainted. No, she didn't.
No, I don't think she's watching yet.
Oh, she is.
I'm not going to question. There's certain things I don't need to know, especially about my
Are we still
primogen
talking
and
about
my good friends.
Are we still talking about my flappy skin?
No.
Okay, fine.
We're past that. We're like chipmunks with.
I am honestly happy. I had a lot of questions that I'm glad that aren't real.
Why were you? No. There's certain things you don't need to ask. And there's certain things I'm not going to question nor ask myself because I don't want to know.
I didn't ask for a reason.
Okay, good.
Hey, so why don't you tell him the thing?
Yes, I have to be Prince. Excuse me for a minute. He takes the hat off for a moment, puts it in his back pocket. So you are now in my city. You are my domain, which means you now have to listen to everything I have to say, regardless of you wanting to or not. However, I do have an open session once a month, usually at Elysium, where people can register their complaints, concerns, and blah, 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 yada, 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 fill in the blank. I don't take no very well, but at the same time, I will take a consideration. At the same time, you have to learn all of the traditions. If you don't know all the traditions, that's why you're in school.
Okay.
I expect you to be as a part of the Camarilla as much as possible, but I understand clan before sect in your area because that's how your clan is.
Yeah.
All I ask is you keep the number one tradition alive and well, which is uphold the masquerade.
Okay. Yeah. About the whole thing. I'm sorry, you're finished.
Sort of, yeah, kind of. What's your question?
Yeah. They were saying some things about helping the city, things like that.
Who is saying that?
Oh, like in the lessons, like we shouldn't do weird shit that endangers the city. We should help and
This
things
is
like that.
true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there is apparently I was a baby from the terrorists group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they said something like they were paying respects to a guy named Maxwell.
Mm.
Yeah, they said in front of me when I was staked.
Right.
Yeah, they said something about him. Wait, you said your name's Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you're bad for their business. They want
Am
something
I?
that's, yeah, they said they want someone better for their business. And Maxwell is just the person.
He's doing his job well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They said that about me, huh? Got it. I'm bad for business. All right.
Did I say something wrong?
No.
No.
I'm not
Okay.
mad at you.
No. He needed to know that.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Did they say anything else that I
They
may
said-
or may not need to know?
They said a lot of fucking stuff like they hit people and they want revenge a lot and things like that. They were talking about some attack that happened. They're talking about throwing shit in the fan or whatever.
Joliet,
Yeah.
which, by the way, they're still active, as we can see. He points at Neptune. And if
Got
our
it.
intel is correct, the Ashfinders have been pulling more from, I think it was Anita's barony, the western side.
Which I have no dominion over.
No, but intel.
Nope. That's fine.
Yeah. They're also saying weird stuff I didn't know. Apparently religious stuff, according to what everyone else said to me.
Church of Cain.
Think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm sure they are trying to keep their head down on things, correct?
Yeah, like moving through the mud type of stuff.
I've got a task force just for that.
Something about the sheriff.
Huh. My sheriff is at the moment indisposed working on the Maxwell stuff. However,
Yeah, they are observing her fight with Maxwell.
good. I want them to.
Mission accomplished.
Perfect.
Very productive.
Yeah. And I'm assuming they're moving towards that area next, correct?
It would seem so. It would seem that if I had to guess, if they're taking Kindred on the west side of Anita's territory, and Anita's being hit by Maxwell on the east side of her territory,
They're flanking.
you did the math correctly.
Good. Then we hit them from both ends where they don't see us coming.
Oh, I also know how to smuggle weapons if that's something.
Thanks, buddy.
Nope. Why didn't you open up with that?
Didn't know. Okay,
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it not king?
For what?
Why are you a prince and not a king?
Oh, simple, because wow. Did he not ask Dr. Taylor this?
He asked me and I didn't care. So
Oh, okay. Well, long story short, the reason why it's prince and not king is because they were princely cities. Cities used to have princes back in the day, and they weren't kingdoms. They were princedoms.
Oh.
Hence why prince, not king, because then I'd be ruling a kingdom. It was hard to turn around and juggle all of the humans and mortals to understand different things, and they were easily ready to accept a prince because principalities were all over the place back in the middle to late dark ages. Why am I telling this fucking history? God damn. Hold on, excuse me, I'm not Dr. Tamman.
nerd.
Anyhow, excuse you, at least I know I can answer the question
Whatever.
and do your education. It's in here, Nos. Anyhow, long story short, it's princedom because it was principalities and city states, not kingdoms.
Okay, I think I have no more questions.
Are you sure? Because
I'm not sure of anything.
Good.
Only been 2 weeks. Got a lot of ground to cover.
Not a problem. I understand.
I still haven't figured out how to take a bath.
It's called a hose, my guy. Get yourself a hose down.
Perhaps a car wash.
Sure.
God, that would be hilarious, actually.
There's some things in my life I don't need to get visual of in my head, and that's one of them. Yeah. You know
That
what?
was a joke.
Can't tease the prince like that. Okay.
Right. Got it. No. Spotter, I got it. It's good. He look, baby steps, literally. But no, I got you. And you know what? This information was good. I know that the distraction's working, and you know what? We can handle this. We got this. I got a couple task forces that I will turn around and utilize. If you all are up for information when I get it, Spotter, I'd be more than happy to, shall we say, divulge.
No, I would. Anything I have, guys, I'll have the task force.
Mm-hmm.
Just we need these assholes going.
Absolutely, I agree with you on this. All right. Well, I appreciate the visit and the stop in, Neptune.
Yeah, we thought he was going to go with a Poseidon, but we think there's too many old Greeks in the city.
It's based on the planet.
So we went with the Roman. Yeah.
No, I'm with you on this. I like it. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have a lovely night, and I'm sure your lady friend would love to hang around you at some point. I will be killing this debate shortly.
I gotta go back to his other dad. But I'll say
Okay.
that.
Fair enough. Excuse me while I go say the ladies, not that they need saving, but
No.
I'm talking about the other lady, the one that decides to always wear a toga. I'm going to go save him for a moment.
Good luck.
Excuse me. I'm going to need that. And he will just nod his head to Spotter, turn around and walk right back to where they're going, because now they're starting into pointing finger arguments. And you know, when the southern lady gets starting to point, they start pointing. And you guys head towards the elevators. Another elevator opens up. And it's Cedric walking in with his entourage.
He'll say hi.
Oh. Hi.
Cedric will be polite and give him a nod.
Spotter's going to push the button.
You
Hey, Cedric.
leaving already?
Oh yeah, we finished up the prince. Introduced
So
him. And all.
soon?
Yeah, we're very effective. Hey, you familiar with sports at all?
Of course.
Sports.
Yes, I'm familiar with them.
You know, there's always a penalty associated with false starts and jumping the gun, right?
Yeah.
Spotter gets in the elevator with him. Neptune pushes the button for the lobby.
And as the doors slowly close, he'll just go, and you've played chess. Checkmate. And the doors close. And as that scene goes from there, Theo, where are we finding you?
Oddly enough, probably in the cafe that Theo owns. It's got a very industrial sort of look, concrete floors, metal for the chairs and stuff. It has a certain design of like this aesthetic is very much an industrial zone aesthetic. There's like metal beams in the ceiling and stuff, hanging lights, shit like that. But Theo is at the moment just sitting at one of the tables more in the middle of the front area, and he's waiting for someone. Mainly, he keeps checking the concrete floor for some reason.
It's not the concrete floor, it's the wall. Because the wall was easier to walk through. And as you remember, and I'm looking up the picture, we do have her tagged happily in our Windy City. Her horns are the last things that come out of that wall, though her wings are kind of caped around her, almost like making a buckle around her neck. And she'll walk through going, Dr. Smith, how are you?
And as she enters through the wall, Theo will have stood, not so much in like, oh crap, someone's here, but more acknowledge that I have someone entering the room sort of deal. Ublo Satha, I am doing quite well. Thank you for asking. And yourself?
I'm here. Why am I here?
Ironically, probably for a reason that you will be tickled by, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
I have independently and at the request of a coterie mate begun research on how to, here, modern terminology, how to unfuck a gargoyle's mind. At least the turned ones. Created, I'm less sure of. But there's a property you possess that no others seem to. And I think that could be a point in unlocking things.
Do you know what clan I was beforehand?
There's rumors, but I have nothing concrete. May I ask?
Zaminsing. Sorry, Junie can't say Zamitsi, apparently. But Zamitsi. As I say, somebody wished me not to forget who I was. I had been long turned prior to being turned.
I've heard that your clan was a common ingredient.
Very much so. Surprised you haven't been able to read about it.
You can get snippets from any chantry, but there's very few who know the process.
No, the mistress isn't around, is she?
Not that I'm aware of. I would have many questions if she were. Mainly how.
Mm-hmm.
My theory is as such.
Mm-hmm.
You may have been commanded to remember.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still holding that command. It is still a part of you. It is still there, because without it, you wouldn't be who you are.
Correct.
Not in this sense, at least.
Correct.
My thoughts is with a sample of blood, I could potentially use that command through your blood to unlock the rest.
How's your old world dominate?
Improving.
If I give this blood out, it will only be used to unlock memories, will it not?
Indeed.
It will not be used to be anything other than creating more.
No. I have
You
no
swear
interest
this.
in creating gargoyles.
You swear this.
Theo does take a second before sighing. I swear that your blood will be used only for the experimentation regarding memory. Nothing else.
You do know why I asked you to swear, don't you?
Yes.
Good. How do you expect to take this blood? You can't literally get blood from a stone. She shows up a granite hand.
No, but by a similar token, that stone isn't entirely stone.
Oh, it's stone.
Yes, but there's also flesh. Otherwise, I highly doubt it would behave in some of the ways it does.
You don't know much about our disciplines, do you?
I've purposefully not researched much to avoid my curiosity.
She just hands it, says, "Give me the vial."
He hands it out to her from his doctor's bag.
She'll use her cape to kind of cloak it, and she'll grunt and kind of wince for a moment. And she counts to 10. And then slowly the wings move, and you have a perfect thing of blood. But the blood isn't red. It's a dark. It's not only just it's not just a dark red, but you see speckles of black and gray, and you see different colors of marble, little bits of concrete, and maybe a piece of brick. You see all of the elements of what stone and products of clay, things that have been made to utilize into building things that are stuck in her blood from her phasing in and out. That's not pure blood. That is completely mixed in with almost every element within the city. And that dark bread is mixed in with a black of some sort for an unknown reason.
He will make sure it's secure so nothing leaks out. You don't want to be getting gargoyle vitae everywhere.
This is true.
And she will see him place it into a container within his doctor's bag, set it in a slot so that it doesn't shake around, and then he sets it back up and holds his hand out to her in a handshake motion.
She's curious, and she'll slowly hold her hand to it.
And he gives it a few shakes before letting go. I will keep you relatively abreast when I can update you about what I discover or what I don't. This may lead to a dead end, and then I have to find another avenue. But I will do what I can to keep you informed as it is your vitae being used.
No, I appreciate that, but I'm also looking at the standpoint of, are you dominating my blood to reveal the secrets of how I was made? It was not exactly the most it was not exactly the most pleasant of experiences.
No, but there is a structure in place, psychologically, if nothing else. Now, I am not one for the mental science, but there is too many unfounded or unproven theories from my head in regards to this. So to not explore the possibility, I feel would be a discredit to what I am.
Because you're the medical doctor.
Because I'm a Tremere. And
Well,
I have been presented with a magical mystery.
I'm trying to, shall we say, not exactly include the Tremere part into it, and giving you more credit as a doctor.
I will take
Sure.
the compliment, healer. Sorry, it's very rare that people call me that.
Or are you not?
I have healed. To say I am a healer may not be correct.
Are you not trying to learn how to unlock the mind through such medical needs necessary to heal and open up a mind?
Well, yes, but I am
Healer.
but I am doing so upon request from another. It is not a
But
desire
you're-
of mine to help.
But you're
Not
doing it, are you
directly.
not? The act of healing does not require your specifications or your iterations or your needs to justify what you're doing. It is that you are doing the act of, regardless.
Hmm.
I love how you turn around and dismiss what I've just said, and yet you need my help, but you're forgetting what you're doing yourself.
I'm merely a facilitator.
You're an object and a tool, but you're trying to forget that you're facilitating the object and the tool because it is your mind that's doing it.
That enough I can admit to.
You're not as horribly removed from humanity as you think you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking me for my blood, now would you?
Or I'd be asking you for more.
And this is the first time you've asked. And
Indeed.
in the asking means you're moving a step forward into something, are you not? And if you unlock this, are you willing to heal my people?
That would have to come as a potential second step.
Of course, everything comes in steps. I wasn't created in one day, neither was Rome.
Burned in one.
Well, when you put excellence in the right place and let it blow up, of course. But I won't blow up in one day.
It was good talking with you.
I take it the Tremere is done now.
The Tremere is done, yes. Thank you for your time.
I made you think, didn't I?
It was quite painful. Did you see the smoke coming out of my ears?
Oh, yes. You might want to get the oh, what are they called again? I can't remember. They're long after my time. The things that make the smoke and the fire go. The little red canister.
Ah, an extinguisher.
Yes, I think you need to put that into your ears. You might want to cool down.
Hypercooling any kindred is bad. We are so stiff afterwards.
I don't know. We do it all the time on the Undercity. And she'll slowly start to fade back into the wall.
Theo will just watch her. Slowly pack up his things, make sure that the coffee shop is locked and secure behind him, as he will then probably just make his way towards his haven. That meeting is done. He's now got a new toy to work on magical experiments with. So
Nice to know my blood was a toy. And I'm going to say, as this is going on, I'm going to say for Bastion, you're seen with Misty. I'm going to say that you do go there. You do your spirit's touch, and I'll give you that. I'll have you roll after this to give me what you've gotten, and I'll write you something up there. And as everyone is turning around, I'm going to say this: as you're all going on throughout the city, at the end of this night, you start to see the presence of more bees, one way or another. They're tending to gardens. Maybe they're starting a hive. You don't know. But maybe one little talk let the bees of Chicago start being active. And Spotter, the city's telling you something's buzzing. They're not exactly sure why. With that, I'm Junie Von Esch. This has been Chicago Hidden Cities, and I'm now taking this and letting it go to Mama.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And we we'll be hanging out on Discord when we're not playing games. And you can join us over there because that is where we post our casting calls for games. This cast was chosen on Discord. And there is an open and ongoing casting call for Call of Cthulhu 7E on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you like Call of Cthulhu and you want to play in 1907 London area for Call of Cthulhu crazy stuff, you need to sign up to be a guest player for that, because that is an ongoing casting call looking for guests playing with Tiss and her crew. Also, we do occasionally do Zoom hangouts when we're not streaming on Fridays and Saturday nights. So you need to be part of the Discord community to hang out with us when we do some Zoom hangouts. Also, if you'd like to catch out back episodes of this stream, you can go to YouTube. The McStabber Studios YouTube has over 5 years of World of Darkness and other TTRPG content so that you can peruse and enjoy and hang out there and watch whichever you desire to watch. And the London Esoteric Society YouTube has a D&D 5e campaign called Ishfel. It has the Call of Cthulhu game London Esoteric Society on it. And it also has a 7th Sea mini-series that was run in January and a few other games as well. Those are all of Tiss's games that she has run on her channel, on her sessions, and she puts them on her YouTube channel, London Esoteric Society, for perpetuity. And of course, we have amazing friends that also stream on their own channels. Junie Von Esch, what you got going on?
I was stabbing fabric today. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
But I stab
We're doing
fabric as I'm
cross stitch.
I know it. I don't do it very often, but I do that. And I also turn around and I gently choke yarn. Why? Because I can. And they tell me I don't look good in orange, but you know what? That's fine. Other than that, you can find me not only on my channel, but you can find me on Ravenous Archons every other Tuesday for Scion and every other Thursday for 7th Sea. And then you'll see me here on Saturdays or maybe a Wednesday or so.
Mm-hmm. And yep, Ravenous Archon does do TTRPGs on his channel, as well as running and playing games here with us. So do give him some love. Mischievous Red, who plays in games with us here, also does stream on her channel sometimes when she has the spoons to do so. You need to be a part of our Discord to see when she goes live, because we do announce all our friends that are in that list when they go live. And of course, we have Re-Rolls that plays in some of our games here. He does also stream on his channel. So give him some love from us. And then DM Daddy RPG is where you can find Jen of Thieves. If you watched the Kansas City intermission last night, she plays Sunday Booth and also played comedy with Maddox's Tragedy and me as Connie. Yeah. So
Hey, everyone says that being a kindred is a curse. This Nos is in total heaven.
So yeah, join her on DM Daddy RPG, where she runs and plays games as well. And then if you would like to support the amazing players here at this table, you can do so by showing us your biddies. Yep, bits and donations are distributed amongst the players at this table. And if you would like to support the channel itself, you can subscribe here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month. You may consider giving that to us. Or you can donate to our KoFi page, our Buy Mama Coffee. Yeah, Buy Mama Coffee. Because Twitch is an awful pimp that likes to take half, and KoFi does not. So if you would like to contribute financially, either of those options are valid. And of course, if you are tight for funds, not able to contribute financially, we totally understand. Do check out the YouTube channel. You can subscribe for free there. And if you are watching content on our YouTube channels, make sure that you both like and comment on the videos, because by doing that, it bumps our content higher in the search algorithm on YouTube, so that other people looking for content like ours can find it easier. And that's a free way that only takes a few minutes of your time to support us. And we appreciate everyone that does. We do engage with comments there on YouTube, so we appreciate you. And If you would like to get studio merch, you can do so at the Zazzle link in chat now. At that link, make sure that you are signed in to an account on Zazzle and that you have set your settings so that you can see adult-rated merch, because we do have adult-rated merch due to language, such as Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would, Camp Council a t-shirt. And we have Kat's to-do list from our Kansas City Chronicle, which is kick-ass. Take names, be a dragon, all 3 of those checked. The 4th item is Dracula, still unchecked. Yeah, not yet. That is available on a t-shirt and a travel mug. So check that out. And so coming up over the next week, what we have going on, we have Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Antara and Maddox and I will be back together with Evie Eternal and Ravnos Archon as our storyteller in Mage to the Ascension, Magic City Memoirs. Yeah. It's great.
But
Where nothing is happening.
right? We just need to hang out and not do anything.
Yes. We just stick
It'll
to
be
our
fun.
Denny's. We'll be okay.
Right.
Yeah. Literally, my character's like, yeah, no, I'm not interested in pursuing anything with this fucking vampire. And then everything we're looking into turns up tied to this fucking vampire. And I'm like, okay, when does Sylvia check out?
Jack's wondering why he has a new chimerical cat.
Yeah.
That moves.
It's probably
Aw,
Molly's.
kitty.
So yeah, join us Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're starting up the next season of Kansas City. There is no more Vladimir, y'all. Yeah.
Don't worry, he's already an ancestor spirit and doing something way better with his time.
Spoilers for those that didn't watch it.
Spoilers, but yeah. So we're picking up after the Sabbat have been dealt with. The Abomination has been dealt with. Now we've got the Second Inquisition we're dealing with. And hopefully some additional helpful folks come into town. We'll see. We'll see. Lucas Spotter just shaking his head no.
No helpful folks are coming in.
Yeah, I'm sure not. Cat's about like, you know what? Fuck it. If y'all don't want to help, then y'all just get what you get.
Shrugs and Glasswalker trying to help.
Don't worry, maybe my next cast character will do something.
Yeah, because we still have the, Zamitzi himself, the eldest, sleeping under the city, being subdued by a Malkavian prince that is literally burning out trying to do so. And it's great. It's great. It's a hot fucking mess. It's a Shanky game, so it's a hot fucking mess. And then that's Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, join us as we kick off a new season. And then Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Is Urani here? Can he tell me if we're actually having a Call of Cthulhu? I guess Urani isn't here. Okay, let me.
No, he's outie.
He's
Oh,
out.
no, he's
RDL.
innie. He's innie. He's innie.
No COC.
No cock this weekend. Okay, they are cockless this weekend coming.
Watch this
All
up
right.
next week. They can sure cock it.
I know, right? Okay. So thank you, Urani Naturality. And so next Saturday, there is no stream in the afternoon for Call of Cthulhu, but there will be an 8 p.m. stream of this game. So do join us for the next session of Chicago Hidden City at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are hunting an Assamite assassin. We are dealing with ash finders. There's still Sabbat shit going on. Maxwell's still a fucking douche and a half. So literally, yeah. And then we're also crashing a fucking, Annabelle party at the Succubus Club. This should be fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be all fine.
I bet
Y'all got
Annabelle-
y'all got a Bahari Bruja in the group. Of course she's a shit stirrer.
Mhm.
No worries. When you walk in, your DJ will be playing your favorite song. It's fine.
It's
all
fine. Yeah.
Fine.
So that'll be great. And that's what we have over the coming week. So thank you all again for joining us. And lastly, I want to lead out with please take care of yourselves. Mental health is so absolutely important. And if you are struggling, make sure you reach out to your support network if you need it. And if you are currently in crisis, please get help. There are people that want to help you. Let them help you. Right now in chat, there are organizations that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if they suit the type of crisis that you are currently dealing with. If those organizations do not suit your needs, or you are watching on YouTube and you can't see our Twitch chat that I've just posted, or if you are outside of the US, please go to findahelpline.com. Real simple website address, findahelpline.com. Go there, search by your location. They cover over 140 countries. Find the crisis resources available to you and utilize them if you are in crisis. You are not alone. Oftentimes when people are in crisis, that's one of the first things they think is that they are alone. You are not. Your brain is lying to you. There are people that want to help. Please let them help, because we need you around a long time, y'all. Okay? And also take care of your physical well-being. The mind and the body, they go hand in hand. Get your shots, because there's absolutely no reason why there should be children dying of preventable illnesses that vaccines are available for. Absolutely no reason. Please get your vaccines to protect yourselves, to protect those you love. Get your damn children vaccinated. You know, as a parent, it's kind of your job to protect your kids. Do it, please. Take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can. And lastly, if you voted for the asshole that went golfing instead of paying respects to 4 fallen soldiers, if you voted third party in the election that he got elected in, if you abstained from voting in the election that he got elected in, blood is on your hands, because the policies that are being put forth are not only just illegal, they are causing the deaths of many people, not just here in America, but around the world. Children are dying because of U.S. aid being torn apart. That's what's really happening, y'all. It is a logistical nightmare dealing with tariffs. And retaliatory tariffs that are constantly fluctuating. Literally, federal employees that have been doing services for the American public for years have just been terminated without cause. Programs that help minorities, disabled folks, people with illnesses that if they don't get federally funded programs to help them, they will die. Tracking departments for communicable diseases. Well, our next pandemic is going to be a bitch. If you contributed to this in any way, fuck off and go to hell. The rest of us, a lot of people protested today, and I'm proud of every fucking one who did. And if you didn't, that's okay too. We all have to do what we can to get through this together. Because fascism always loses. It always loses. It's just a rough ride to get there. I'm saying that with all sincerity. Please have a good night, y'all.